Hey guys, we're back with another Gen 6 Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm taking on Reggie, and judging by the looks of his team, this is going to prove to be a serious challenge. Who am I kidding? Every battle I've ever had has always been a challenge. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, so let's get this show on the road. He actually starts things off nice and fierce with an Infernape. I lead with a Ferrothorn, which personally was to me a very bad idea. So I just make a switch because he may plan like a fire-based attack, so I have the perfect counter for it. An Arcanine. And he actually goes for a Fire Blast, and thanks to Arcanine's Flash Fire, it boosts him up by 1 level. Now, he's going to make a switch, and he's actually switching to his Gyarados. And knowing Gyarados, he's probably going to have, he has Intimidate, though. If it had Moxie, and if it would have kicked my butt, it would have been bad. Just watch this. I go for a Flare Blitz, and then this happens. Yeah, bad move, Infernape. You decide to use like a Fire Blast on my Arcanine. This is what you get, and I get a crit, which I find to be rather unfair. Not only that, this thing doesn't even have like Life Orb, at least not yet. He sends in Talonflame, and I go for a Crunch this time. I would have went for another Flare Blitz, but that'd be too big of a risk. I get yet another crit, and I don't think that matters much. He decides to go to a Fly, and I'm like, why? So I try another Crunch, and it didn't work. I should have went for the Morning Sun instead, and he gets the Fly Off, and that really doesn't do much. So I go for one more Crunch, and that pretty much does it. Wait a minute, what? It didn't kill it? Okay, that doesn't make any sense, how he's able to survive that. Now he goes for a Roost, and I'm thinking to myself, oh dear God, I gotta take this thing down and fast. So I just go for another Crunch, which, believe it or not, does some damage, but not so much. And now he goes for a Fly yet again. And I ask myself, doesn't this thing have Gale Wings? Yeah, they should be. I go for a Morning Sun to heal up, though sadly, I don't think that's going to really make much difference. I'm judging by the way how his team is. I don't think his team's, well-trained enough. Not to make any offense to anyone, of course, so in the meantime, I just go for close combat, and it doesn't work. Though personally, I should have just switched and just sent out something else. He goes for a Roost again to restore HP, though Roost is actually pretty good to use after using like Brave Bird or Flare Blitz, provided that you don't get your butt kicked later on down the road. Anyway, I go for another Crunch. This time I actually get a crit, and he survives yet again, and this is getting really ridiculous by this point. I just want to heal up and not waste time, so I go instead now for a Morning Sun. And the Morning Sun does heal me up nicely. However, due to my close combat that I used a few turns ago, that really makes a little difference, and my Arcanine goes down. He actually gets a crit. Lucky him. Though I don't really think that would make much difference. So, it's time I send in my trusted secret weapon, Greninja. And this Greninja's Protean. It's not going to waste any time. It's just going to use Surf and blow you away. Yeah, basically Talonflame's done. Though, to be fair, I should have just switched to Greninja in the first place and wiped him out there. Maybe I'm just being a bit lazy, but either way, he now sends out his Infernape, and I go for the Surf yet again, and that basically takes down his Infernape. Yeah, though I wish he had like a Focus Sash or something, because if he did, he would have just used something dangerous to take it out. Now he decides to send in Sceptile, and I decide to go for a Dark Pulse because I'm not going to get myself whacked by a super effective move. No way. Dark Pulse is going to help me out greatly, and he goes instead for a Focus Blast and misses. If that Focus Blast would have hit, it would have taken down my Greninja because, yes, my Greninja's defenses are just pitiful. And he actually gets a flinch, so yeah, that means I get a free turn. And I go for the Ice Beam, and that takes out Sceptile. I'm beginning to wonder if this thing could at least get like some better attacks, though Focus Blast is a powerful attack, to be precise. He now sends in his Bisharp, and I go for the Grass Knot, though sadly the Grass Knot I don't think really did help him out a lot. The damage was, I think, pretty minuscule. And this is when you guys go for a Focus Blast and misses. I'm like, what? What the heck's going on? You're getting bad luck? I mean, come on! Not to offend the guy, but at least he's a pretty good trainer in his own right. I get another crit, and like I said, that's very unfair. I'm very sorry if I'm being brutal like this. I really am. So he now sends in Heliolisk, and I go for a Surf, which personally, in my opinion, was a pretty bad idea because he could just use Bulldoze, and Bulldoze does damage to Greninja, but it also lowers its speed, though I wonder why he would do that. Either way, I get a Surf off, and I think that's pretty much it. That's all. I apologize if I was being a bit brutal in this battle. It was a pretty good one. If I have any advice for your team, I recommend that you retrain all of them and give them proper EVs and everything. Because to be fair, it just went badly. I really mean that. Not to mean any disrespect, but your team actually does have potential. Personally, I would replace Infernape with something else. Something that could help counter it. At least. So, thank you very much for the battle, Reggie. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to Reggie. It means a lot to everyone. And I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye guys.